Now that we've finished working on hitting, reviewing what we did with hitting, we built a routine, a consistent fashion of walking up into the batter's box, checking your body parts, making a good consistent swing every time. Remember, the key to being a successful hitter is doing it the same way each and every time, being in control of your body so you can control the bat. Now we're going to start talking about throwing the baseball. One of the first things we want to talk about is gripping a baseball. For young players, it really doesn't matter how you grip the ball, whether you grip it with 2 fingers, 3 fingers, or 4. The bottom line is being in control of the baseball. If you can control the baseball, if your athlete can control it in their hand, they can hold it with as many fingers as they need to control it. Later on, they'll slowly work their way to 2 fingers, and that's where we want them to be. But to start with, don't put too much emphasis on how we hold the baseball. What we're going to do is start with Jake with the baseball in his hand. So ball in your hand. Put the ball in your hand in your glove right now. Feet shoulder width apart. Nice balanced stance. Bending your knees. Taking a nice deep breath. Now the very first thing we're going to do with Jake is he's going to take his right foot and he's going to take a small step forward with his right foot. So go ahead and do that. And what we're doing there is we're gaining some ground toward our target. We're also setting our core up to start turning to throw the ball harder. And we're starting to get some momentum in the throwing motion. The next motion is going to be, and hold out for a second, Jake, as Jake's left foot goes towards his target. He's going to break his hands out of his glove by brushing his thumbs against his chest. So what it's going to look like is this. We're going to come into a position where the ball, his glove, his head's in the middle, an equal but opposite position with both thumbs down. So go ahead and show what that looks like, Jake. So break it, brush. Nice position right there. Now notice Jake's elbows are slightly bent. The ball, his head, and the glove are all in alignment with his target, creating a real nice line with his shoulders. Weight slightly back. Now if you go back into the hitting lessons that we just did, if you look at this position, this is very similar to a position that Jake was in when he was hitting. If we simply take his glove and move it over here and make it look like a hitting motion, notice we're in that same loaded position that we're in right before we swing the bat. So occasionally we're going to go back and review the hitting so you can see how important these body positions are. Go ahead and split your hands. So again, we're in this equal but opposite position. Next thing we're going to have Jake do is turn his glove up. And again, the glove acts like a steering wheel. It's a pointer. Typically where this glove starts off and finishes is where the ball's going to go. If we can keep the glove centered in his body when he releases the ball's going to follow, going to go right to the target. So as Jake goes to throw the ball, he's going to squish the bug, kind of like we do, driving that back knee down like in hitting. So go ahead and turn that back foot. Okay, and then as the ball comes through, go ahead and go with your throwing motion. Chest down, head up, nice follow through, really good position. Go ahead and turn that back foot just a little bit more, Jake. Right in there, good position. And again, when we first start playing catch, when we first start throwing a baseball, want to leave your back foot on the ground. This encourages your athlete to bend at the waist, follow through, get a nice flat back, using all of their body when they throw. One of the things that I notice with a lot of ball players is that they show up, they just play catch in any fashion, and suddenly the game happens and they're not ready to make a good consistent throw. So when my teams come out to the park, the first thing we do, start out about 25, 30 feet away, focus on technique, focus on balance, focus on the proper way of throwing. As they start getting loose, they'll stretch it out a little bit, throw it a little longer distance. Then when they come back in closer, we will go to game speed catch. What I call game speed is that we're going to throw the ball with the same technique, mechanics, and intensity that we use in a game. We're going to use our feet, we're going to gain ground, we're going to incorporate the catching and the throwing motion, all in a fashion that we can use in the game. So what we're going to start off with, we're going to have our guys, Vinny and Jake, play a little bit of catch. First time, they're going to focus on technique for the first couple throws. They're going to keep their back foot down, their glove up. They're going to bend at the waist, make good solid throws with a good finish, rounded shoulder when they finish. So go ahead, guys, and show what that looks like. So take your step, step, glove up, and throw. And again, Jake, same thing. Right foot, left foot, glove, and throw. Good. One more time. Left foot, right foot, glove, and throw. Keeping your glove in the center of your body, making good solid throws. One more time, Jake. Right foot, left foot, glove, and throw. So now, before we go to the little more game speed catch, I wanted to make one more comment if I could. When we're watching these throwing techniques, If you look, this is not central to pitching. It's actually all positions. When a fielder fields the ball, it's right foot, left foot field, then it's right foot, left foot, throw. Whether I'm a shortstop, an outfielder, a catcher, or a first baseman, these moves that these guys are making right here are central, and they're universal to the game. If you can learn this style of playing catch, it even translates eventually into your pitching motion, just like this. So if you focus on this technique, it'll allow you to play any position successfully. Let's go a little faster. Let's go to a little more game speed. Use your feet. Nice, short, accurate throws. Very nice. And go ahead, right back. So start incorporating into your catching motion. You step into the catch. Left foot, right foot, throw. You're going to see Vinny, right foot, left foot, throw. And we go back and forth like this. We want to work at this speed, a good consistent speed, making short, sharp throws. Notice the throws are accurate, center of the body, to allow your teammate to catch the ball easily and deliver a nice, accurate throw to his teammate. Good job, guys. In order to learn how to become a consistent, accurate pitcher, you first have to learn how to throw the ball properly. So we've just gone over from both the left-hand side and the right-hand side, how to play catch in a proper fashion, how to prepare yourself, using your legs, getting your glove in the center of your body, and delivering an accurate throw in a playing catch style. We're now going to break into the first pitching drill. One of the things that I like to do is initially, even though legs are a very important part of pitching, just like hitting, we're going to eliminate the legs, put the pitcher on his knees, and work all upper body to start with. Learn how to turn your torso, split your glove, and make a good solid throw, finishing with a rounded shoulder and your chest down to your knee. So I'm going to demonstrate with Vinny how this drill goes. A lot of coaches use this drill. I just don't think a lot of them pay attention to detail like we want to in this specific drill. So how we're going to start, again, ball in hand. We're going to have his hand in the glove. His glove is centered in his body, head up looking at his teammate. First move is going to be a turn of the shoulders and a rotation of his torso. Go ahead and rotate, keeping your elbows nice and relaxed. Glove in the center of the body. Continue to look at your target. Glove here, target there. Good. Notice we want to keep his front knee square to the target, back foot on a straight line to the target. First move that Vinny's going to make, he's going to split his hands out of his glove, brushing his chest and coming up in an equal but opposite position. Elbows slightly bent, nice and relaxed. Again, notice the glove is in the front, acting like a pointer or a steering wheel. This is going to really help determine where the ball is going to go. What we want to do next is we want to turn that glove up to the sky. And when he throws the ball, we're going to think about moving the chest to the glove and not the glove to the chest. A couple things happen when you do that. One, you gain ground to your target. And two, you gain momentum throwing the baseball with your whole body. So now as Vinny goes to throw, the glove is going to stay up. He's going to continue to rotate down. And his throwing hand is going to go down by his opposite foot, by his opposite ankle. Notice what we achieve. We get a real nice rounded shoulder, flat back. His head's up looking at the target. He's gained ground, good momentum, good solid throwing motion right there. Now before we start the drill with the players, I do want to make a quick comment. There's another drill out there that's real similar to this and accomplishes a lot of the same things, and that's a towel drill. And that can be done when you don't have a teammate, you don't have a partner, you're in a situation where you can't throw a baseball, maybe in your room, in a garage, in a carport. You simply do the exact same drill, the same technique, same movements, put a short towel, 10, 12-inch towel in your hand, and as you go through this throwing motion, you snap that towel down in front of you. Accomplish the same thing as this drill, but allow you to do it without a partner. So what we're going to do is have these guys try this drill a little bit as a team, throwing the ball back and forth. So Vinny, go ahead, turn your shoulders, split your hands, glove up, and throw. And Jake, the same thing from the right side, turn, split, glove, and throw. What we want to do as coaches is we want to focus on the follow-through. Go ahead, guys, keep doing it as I talk. We want to focus on their follow-through, on getting a nice flat back. One of the things this drill is really good for, and I'm going to use Jake as an example down here when he gets the ball. Jake, I want you to stop with the ball right here. So turn, split your hands, turn your glove up, and stop just as you're there. What this drill is great for a lot of young players that have a problem throwing sidearm or too far over the top, this drill allows you as a coach or a parent to isolate a real natural arm slot. Take a look at where Jake's arm is. The ball's above his fingers are above the wrist is above his elbow is above his shoulder. Real nice, safe throwing technique, great for accurate throws, and it's a very natural technique. A lot of coaches focus on a real overhand throw. I don't feel that's as natural. This is a nice natural position. What we want to achieve is a position where you can repeat the throwing motion over and over, gaining success, throwing strikes, staying safe. Go ahead, Jake, and throw one. Go from the start, or there. Good, that's okay. One more time. Turn, split, glove, and throw. One of the things also, as a young coach, or as a coach coaching young players, I like to talk these guys through the drill, teaching them timing and tempo, counting out the steps of the drill, again, reinforcing that step at a time, building a good routine, teaching them how to throw properly. One more time, Jake. So we turn, split, glove, and throw. If you do that as a coach, you help walk them through the tempo and the timing, helps them achieve what we want, and that's consistent delivery, good accurate throws, good technique. We started building our pitching routine from one knee, isolating the upper body, rotating the torso, finishing with a nice flat back, your pitching hand to your opposite ankle, shoulder nice and rounded when we throw, glove up in front. What we're going to do now is bring the athletes up on their feet and start incorporating their legs into the same motion. Now, a lot of similarities to what we did when we were hitting earlier. You're going to see, we're going to do a check of the feet, the knees, make sure his hands are in the right position, deep breath, and then we're going to go into a throwing process. So I'm going to have Vinny demonstrate. We're going to see his feet are nice and wide apart. He's going to check his knees, bend his knees a little bit, nice and relaxed through his torso, shoulders nice and relaxed. Take a deep breath. Now, as Vinny splits his hands and gets ready to throw, he's going to shift his weight slightly back. So go ahead and do that, Vinny. Split and slightly back. Again, if you notice, we have the ball, his head, and the glove all in line with his target. Again, this glove is going to turn up and become a steering wheel or a pointer to help in your accuracy. We also want to make sure this thumb is down. He's almost in a waving position, like he's waving goodbye. Wave backwards. See there? There you go. Nice job, Vin. Okay, now as Vinny goes to throw, if we look at this position, real similar to the hitting position we got in earlier. If we simply took Vinny's hands and put him back here, he'd be in his loaded position, just like in batting. So you can see the similar body positions between hitting and between throwing. As Vinny goes to start his throwing motion, he's going to turn his glove up, and he's going to drive his back knee down a little bit. There you go, not all the way, just half. Good. Get that heel up. Nice. Now as he goes to throw, the glove is going to stay in the center of his body. Keep going, back flat. Notice we end up with a nice flat back. His head should be up, thank you. And his glove's in the center of his body. What we're doing here is we're learning how to use our whole body throwing the ball, not just your arm, using legs, using torso, using shoulders, and really finishing with a good follow through right here. When we spoke of hitting earlier, we talked about consistency, we talked about being in control of your body. When you're in control of your body, you control the bat, easier to hit the ball. Very much the same thing with pitching. When you're in control of your body, easy to control the ball, easy to pitch accurately. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take the drill that we just worked on, we're going to add an element of balance to it, where the pitcher is forced to control that core area, forced to balance themselves and be completely in charge of their body. So Vinny, I want you to start off again. Check your feet, bend your knees, nice bend at the waist, good athletic position that he's in. Now go ahead and split your hands and rock back. Okay, again, we'll notice nice loaded position, real similar to our hitting position right before we swing the bat. Vinny, go ahead and turn your glove up. Now this time when Vinny throws the ball, he's going to follow through, your head's going to be up, and he's going to see if we can get his back leg up in the air. What we're going to look for, it's almost like a seesaw. As his head and chest go forward, you're going to see that back leg go up, creating some good leverage, some good momentum, and allowing him to throw the ball with the least amount of effort. So go ahead, nice and slow, go through it, all the way through, leg up, that's all right, stay there, I'll help you. Hold your balance, head up, and in that position right there. So now what we're doing when we start working this in is that a pitcher is learning how to push off with his back leg, pushing that chest down and forward, driving the ball with his whole body mass and not just his arm. One of the things that I found out too is a lot of pitching injuries come from weak legs. And if you can see when Vinny does, Vinny, go ahead and do that again. Rock back and push forward and pitch. Right there, that position. For Vinny to achieve that position there, his hamstring, the front hamstring muscle, has to be flexible and strong in order to support that position. If it's not, what we get is a lot of young pitchers, they stand forward, they stand up here because they don't have the flexibility in their hamstring. They end up damaging their shoulders. A lot of shoulder injuries come from weak hamstrings, not flexible hamstrings. So this drill right here will allow your hamstrings to get flexible and strong, allow your body to see what it's like to be balanced, balance, core control. If you're in charge, you can throw strikes. When we worked on the swing earlier, we talked about building a routine, a consistent start every single time. So now we're going to add that to these pitching drills. We're also going to start putting all the elements together that we've worked on in the previous drills and get ourselves a really good solid pitching motion. Now, a great routine to start for pitchers, for young pitchers especially, is to have them start out of the stretch motion, which means they're in a good balanced position to start. Have your hands at your side. Now, Vinny's foot will be on the pitching rubber. His feet will be nice and wide, knees bent. Takes a good deep breath. Now the very first thing he's going to do is come set. Okay, move your feet in a little closer, Vin. There you go. Nice set position, nice relaxed. Notice the position of his shoulders. Nice rounded shoulders. His elbows are real relaxed. We don't have any tightness, any tension in his body. We're really relaxed position. Now what we're going to do is we're going to synchronize the top half of his body with the bottom half. We're going to link them up together right from the beginning of the motion to allow him to get some good power when he delivers the ball. In order to do this, we're going to do a drill of repetition where he's going to lift his knee and bring it straight back down 3 times. So come into a set position. Now, watch his hands and his knee will link up early. Go ahead and lift your hands and knee. 1, 2, 3, down. Now slide forward. When he comes out of that, if you notice, he's in a good, powerful position. Just like the load when we're hitting, he's loaded up here, weight back, ball, head and glove. Again, all consistent positions. Now as he goes to throw the ball, he's going to turn his glove up, throw. His back leg's going to come up and he's going to follow through, just like that. So what we did there is we linked up all of the different pieces, added a balance position with his knee. I'm going to show you that one more time. And what I want you to do is take a look. You don't want your pitchers might not be able to do this from the beginning, but it's a good skill to eventually acquire. When he comes down with his knee, he does not touch the ground. That's the kind of balance we're looking for. So bring that, come set, up, come set, bring your knee and hands up, down, down. Notice no touching, down, now he slides. If you can get your pitchers that kind of balance, they're going to be in complete control of their body. Throwing strikes is going to be a breeze. Now we have 2 pitchers out here. We have Vinny and we have Jake. We're going to take that drill that we just worked with Vinny. We're going to have a right-hander do it and a left-hander do it. And what I like to do when I have my pitchers work in tandem is work through that drill very deliberately. So they're going to go through each step. When they come out of their leg kick, they're going to hold that position and check to make sure their weight is back, that they're in a good balanced position. Then when they deliver the ball, they're going to have their chest come down, their back flat, and that back leg come up. The key here is not to throw the ball hard. Whenever we're teaching pitching, the ball is probably the least important part of this. We want to have good technique, great form, consistent delivery. If we take the ball out of the picture, the pitchers focus on their body. Again, they're in control. If they're in control, they're going to control the ball. So let's start it up. So come set. Up with your knee. Down, up, down, slide and hold it. Good balanced position. Deliver the ball. Nice finish. Good. Jake, I want to see you do the same thing. Come set, knee up, down, slide, and go. Just like that. And again, we don't want to focus on throwing the ball hard. The focus wants to be on making a good delivery, nice balance, in complete control. And deliver the ball. Good. One more time. Set, up, down, slide, and go. Very nice. Good, even deliveries, good consistent throws will result in a lot of consistent strikes. One last time. Slide and finish up. Nice job, guys. One of the areas that a lot of young coaches, a lot of coaches don't work hard enough on for young players is the ball rotation. And we'll see a lot of times when young players throw the ball will spin sideways. It'll almost have a curveball type of an effect. A lot of times that comes from when the player takes the ball out of their glove. If you notice, a lot of the drills we've done today, when the ball comes out of the glove, we brush the chest, thumbs are coming straight down, and when you come back to deliver the ball, your thumb is straight down again. So what I want to work is a little drill where these two guys are going to throw the ball to each other. Notice the position they're in. Again, real consistent positioning. Feet wide, knees bent, little bend at the waist, nice athletic position. Now Vinny's going to take the ball, he's going to have his glove in front of his chest, he's going to hold the ball up, and essentially when he throws this ball, he's going to think about pulling down on the back of the ball. The goal here is to create nice, tight 12-6 rotation, so when the ball leaves his hand, it's going to have a true flight through the air, and it's hopefully going to go exactly where he wants it to go. So he's going to pull his hand back a little bit, and he's going to pull down on the back of the ball, bending at the waist a little bit as he does so. Jake's going to do the same. He's going to pull the ball back. And the idea here is to get as tight a rotation as you can by pulling down hard on the baseball. A neat little trick that you can try for your players to make sure they do this all right is to take a piece of electric tape, and you create a stripe that goes all the way around the baseball. You have the player hold that stripe between their fingers, and as they pull down, we should see a perfect straight line on the baseball for rotation. Once we get the ball back, so we're going to do a couple rounds of just pulling it down with glove in front. Okay, pulling that ball down, generating some real good rotation. Good. Now once we've done a few of those, we're going to add some torso movement. We're going to start getting some torque and some rotation. So this time Jake is going to take the ball, he's going to rotate back, split his hands with his glove in front, and then throw and again pull down on the back of the ball, trying to get nice true spin. And pull it straight down, just like that. Rotate back, forward, and throw. Bend at the knees a little bit, Vinny, and you'll have it perfect, okay? Turn back and go. Keeping your glove in front of you just like that. We're going to generate good true spin, and the flight of the ball is going to stay straight, allowing us to make more accurate throws from the infield, from the catching position, from the outfield position, and also from the pitcher's mound. If the ball flies straighter, chances are it's going to be more accurate. After we've completed all of our pitching drills, the basic throwing drills, the knee drill, the different balance drills, and putting all those moves together on flat ground, now we're going to come up onto the pitching mound, put it all together, and start throwing a bullpen. Now, a couple things we want to keep in mind once you're on the pitching mound is that as a pitcher, I see so many young pitchers rush. They're in a hurry to throw the ball, where in reality, the game doesn't start until the pitcher says so. So when you're up on the pitcher's mound and you're ready to go, don't be in a hurry. Get yourself set, get a nice balanced position like Vinny's doing right now. Take a look at your target, take a nice deep breath. Don't rush yourself. Then when you come set, make sure you're in a good balanced position. When you start your delivery, don't rush it, pause. Give yourself a second. What I like to teach young pitchers to do is to come into a set position, count 1, count 2, and then pitch. When you're in Little League and nobody's stealing, there is no hurry to throw the ball. You don't have to worry about base runners. As we get more advanced, we have to learn how to vary our looks, hold the ball longer, hold it shorter, pick people off. But when you're starting out, none of those things apply. So the key here is to be consistent, take your time, make a good delivery to home plate, focusing on throwing strikes. When we're talking about strikes, what I see with a lot of young pitchers, they worry about velocity. They worry about throwing hard. The reality is, we got to throw strikes first. You only can throw as hard as you can throw strikes consistently. We find out what that speed is, and that's the speed that you work at. You work that over and over. The more strikes you throw, gradually start throwing harder. Next thing you know, you'll be out there pumping in strikes, striking out hitters left and right. Once we start throwing a bullpen off the mound live, what we want to do is we're going to slowly bring the pitcher into a full speed windup or delivery, one piece at a time, following the drills that we did, which is leaving your back foot back, bending at the waist, chest down, head up, and then we're slowly going to work the velocity up. First, the key is to control his body. The whole idea of this part of the drill is to make sure that Vinny's hips stay back, his chest goes down, and he's in control of his body. So let's give one a try. Nice and easy, deep breath, relax, come set, 1, 2, and deliver a nice pitch, leaving that back foot back. just like that. Now if you can take a look, you see Vinny's back leg, nice long lines, good balance, good finish. Let's try it one more time, Vin. Come set and go. Stay out there, right there. Nice job. Now, the next pitch he's going to throw, he's going to, just like we did in the previous drills, he's going to lift his back leg up in the air, and he's going to see if he can hold that good balanced position. Nice long stride. Come set. 1, 2, and we throw. And there he is right there. Nice position. Vinny, see if you can have your arm go a little bit further through your body when you finish, but that's not bad at all. One more time. Come set. Take your time. 1, 2, and deliver a nice strike right here. There you go. Great finish and good position. Really nice job. For beginning pitchers, we want to focus on two things. Good fastballs for strikes, and we want to start introducing a changeup. A simple change of speeds that will allow the pitcher to mess with the hitter's timing. They say the art of hitting is timing the pitcher. Well, the art of pitching is messing with the hitter's timing. So at an early age, we want to start introducing the changeups. The way I like to teach a changeup, real simple. We hold a fastball, typically 2 fingers. If it's 3 fingers, that's okay. All we're going to do is move the ball, displace it by moving the pointing finger off the side of the ball. So we're going to do that, Vin. Let me see you do it. Move that pointing finger off the side of the ball. Okay, completely off. All right. Then the other thing we're going to do is when he throws this fastball or changeup, he's going to leave his back foot on the mound just like we did in the earlier drill. By having those legs work hard, that's where we get our good velocity from. By leaving the back foot behind, we're going to suck some of the speed out of the ball, create a nice change of speeds without having to slow down his arm. So let's try one. Come set, and leave that back foot behind. And then you get a nice changeup. What happens is the ball comes in looking like a fastball. At the last second, it loses velocity. Gravity affects the ball. It simply drops to the ground. The hitter doesn't see it, but it's an easy way of deceiving the hitter without messing with the pitcher's arms. At this age, early age, we don't want to mess with curveballs. We want to keep it straight pitches. Changeup's the best way to go. Let's see Vinny do it one more time. Okay? Nice pitch, nice and easy on his arm, yet real effective in games. In staying with delivering a consistent message, whether you're the fielder or a coach or a parent, what we want to do is try to keep all of the elements that we're teaching the same. So when we're fielding ground balls, it's right foot, left foot field. When you're throwing the ball, it's right foot, left foot throw. When we're catching a ball in the outfield, obviously you're not going to always have the perfect timing, but you want to have those last 2 steps, right foot, left foot, glove up in front, so that you can catch the ball. One of the reasons we want to do this is, one, it's a nice balanced position where you're going to see the ball. You can use your glove to shield the sun. And also, when you do catch it, the next thing that happens, it's right foot, left foot, throw. So right, left field is what we want to do. So in Jake's position, I want to see you in a good ready position. Ball's hit up in the air, so right foot, left foot, glove up, bend your knees, and we make a good accurate throw. In the situation we're in today where the sun's directly over our head, Jake can use that glove to shield the sun, yet still be in a position to see the ball and catch the ball. So right foot, left foot field. You're going to field the ball properly every time. Now when Jake catches the ball, you're going to see he catches it, comes forward with his right foot, left foot, delivers a good, accurate, strong throw. In an effort to get as many repetitions as you can with the outfielders, just like we did with the infielders, I prefer to throw the ball to my outfielders. One of the drills that we do is we simply take an outfielder where Vinny is. I'm going to move him in a couple different directions so he gets used to fielding the ball as he's moving. One of the things I want you to notice, as he goes from side to side, he always keeps his chest facing towards the hitter. We don't want to turn our back to the hitter. That's how you lose the ball. That's how you lose track of it. The other thing I want you to watch is that when Vinny goes to catch the ball, his glove is going to be at his side. Last thing he does on his last step is he raises his glove to catch the ball. A big mistake a lot of young outfielders make is they put the glove up in the air as they're running, and every time their foot hits the ground, that glove moves and jars. It's hard to catch a moving ball as it is, never mind when your glove's moving at the same time. So let's give this a try. Real simple drill. We're going to have Vinny, we're going to have him move to his right. then go back to his left, and then throw him a simple fly ball. And there he goes. Jake, step up. Okay, so we're gonna go one side, two sides, and you get him going back. Real simple, catching the ball on the run, making it simple. These are skills that you can definitely use in the outfield. Let's go one more time this way and that way, right there. Catches the ball on the run. Nice job, Vinny. And one more time, Jake. Okay, go this way, go that way, and throw the ball. Catching the ball on the run, tracking it, doing a real nice job of seeing where the ball is. One other drill you can do, players have a lot of fun with this, is basically he's going to turn, run the opposite way. I'm going to throw it over the top of his head, and he's going to see if he can make a basket over the shoulder catch. So all you do is we point, go, tell him when the ball's up, and he looks and finds the ball, and it doesn't hit him in the head, so we did really good on that one. Let's try one more time, Jake. Just turn your back, I'll tell you when the ball's up. Ball will be up, and we'll throw. Go. Ball's up. I know. One more time. Go. Good. One more time, Jake. Go. Ball's up. And that's what it's supposed to look like when you do it well. To wrap up today, what we've gone through is we've gone through processes, we've gone through routines, building routines from the ground up. So ball players can start with basics, mastering body control. Once you control your body, you control the baseball. If you control your body, you control the bat. If you control the bat, you can hit the baseball. So following the routine, following the processes will allow you to be successful. Remind yourself what you're trying to do when you go on the baseball field. Always remember that the first muscle that stops working when you get nervous is your brain. If you have good processes, if you've repeated these processes over and over, when your brain shuts down, your body will know just what to do, and the outcome on the baseball field could be success.